Hey everybody, it's DK. Welcome back to the Burn Bootcamp podcast. I'm so excited that you're spending your day with me. Morgan and I just got back from Las Vegas when I'm recording this episode, and we had an incredible site visit to 4 locations. Shout out to our 4 locations in Vegas, baby. It was so much fun. 3 franchise partner groups, Ronaldo, LaTanya Wynn, who own 2 locations, Jenna Stevens, who owns the Las Vegas location, and Zuli Humphrey, who owns this location in Centennial. So if you're out there, you got to go see them. It was just an incredible experience, as always at Burn Bootcamp. And, you know, we were talking in the gym about my plan to hit 250 camps in a row. And that's what I wanted to podcast with you about today is how am I planning on doing that? All right. So if you guys don't know, Burn Bootcamp, we just launched Burn On Demand in Q3 of 2023. It's going really well so far. So shout out to anybody that is a Burn On Demand member, a digital only member for the first time. We're super happy to have you. And we want you to know something, that we have this thing called the Keep Moving Club. Now, if you're an OG member, you already know what the Keep Moving Club is, and you've seen it evolve from, you know, maybe not even having it when back in the day in 2015 and 16 when we first started into, you know, having the big whiteboard numbers on our wall. So it's 50, 150, and 250 camps, or 50, 100, and 250 on the walls in our gyms. But we've added new milestones to it in our brand new app that we launched. So now whether you are in gym or you're on Burn On Demand, we want to meet you where you're at, and you can keep track of your camps anywhere. All right. And that's what the Keep Moving Club is. And then we just installed streaks. What's a streak? So a streak is meant to motivate you in the short term, right? The Keep Moving Club is all about what you can gain rather than what you lose, right? This industry has been focused on deficit and less, right? Right now, I want you to know that this is about what we gain from here and into the future. We want to gain confidence. We want to gain momentum. We want to gain camps under our belt. So I'm on my way to 250. That's my long-term goal this year, and I share that goal with a lot of our members, but also we need to be motivated in the short term, the week-over-week basis. And how do we do that? It's streaks. So I want to just talk a little bit about what I was chatting with in Vegas with our members about, how I'm planning on getting there, okay? So it's a very hard thing to stay consistent, right? It's very hard to stay consistent. People say, Devin, what's the name of the game? How do I stay on my health journey in the long run? It's to stay consistent, right? Easier said than done, obviously, but these are some tools to help you get there. So the number one question, the number one answer to the question, how are you going to stay consistent over 250 camps in a year? Well, the first answer is I'm going to be focused on my streaks. So I want to hit 6 camps per week, every single week. Now it's crazy because I travel. My lifestyle is wild. We were just in LA for 4 days at a connected health and fitness conference doing networking out there. We're trying to expand on the West Coast. And then we flew to Vegas and we had Super Bowl activities and podcasts. I did a keynote speech for our business partner, our strategic partner, MindBody. And it's like, I could not have stayed consistent if it wasn't for me being able to access not only the 5 workouts I did inside of the gym when I was gone at our Vegas locations, but in LA we didn't have any. And so I had to do on demand. And so it's really important for me to get my workouts in. They're the anchor of my day. And I hope that inspires you to keep your workouts the anchor of your day. But in order to get 6 a week all year long, you know, I've got to be flexible. And so I just turn on Burn On Demand and I do it right in the hotel gym. I like doing it in the gym. A lot of people do it in the lobby, not the lobby. That'd be interesting to do it in the hotel lobby. Can you imagine that? But no, in your room. And Burn On Demand has body weight only. And so you have this one station that as long as you have internet, you could do it anywhere. So that's my first tip, is to stay consistent. It's use the new tools that Burn has provided and be willing to, you know, make sure that you build training in as an anchor to your day, no matter where you're at. No matter where you're at, because one thing I do know is your body has a great memory. Okay, it remembers the workouts that you did or did not do. And so you can't get away with just skipping a workout here and there. And so if you are somebody that is the leader in your inner circle, you know, you don't need to, like, for example, you don't need to convince your husband or you convince your wife that they need to be working out more. You just need to work out more. Right? And your actions will speak much louder than your words, and your enthusiasm and your excitement for the confidence that you're gaining from being so consistent will rub off on the people around you. And before you know it, because you've held your workout as the anchor inside of your day, you're now the energy leader in your circle of influence. And that's such a great thing because, well, why is that a great thing? Because now you have responsibility, and the more responsibility that we stack on our shoulders, the better person we have to become in order to handle that responsibility and really make the people that are proud of us, make them, give them a reason to continue to be proud of us, right? By handling more responsibility in our life. And they say with great power comes great responsibility. And if you want to feel powerful, I highly recommend that you take on the responsibility of setting a big, large, bold goal, like not a body fat goal, not a weight loss goal. I don't want you focusing on the deficit and what you lose. I want you setting a goal that's in alignment with what you can maintain, what you can gain, right? The confidence that you can gain from being consistent and looking at your fitness goals in a positive light. Now, that being said, set bold goals. And this bold goals that you set out into the world is that metaphysical responsibility, and then your personality and your character are the two pillars that uphold your ability to go out and actually reach that goal. So what I'm saying is, in order to reach a goal, your character and your personality, those two things have to level up. You've got to level yourself up in order, meaning that you become a better person if you want to reach bigger and better goals and hold more responsibility. So this is how I connect workout, camp life, back into everyday life. And this is why I call it the anchor. It's the anchor of my life because it's the one thing that I do every day that's harder than anything else that I do in the day. I know if I can get up in the morning and first thing, when I don't feel like it especially, I can go to camp and I can kick absolute butt. And I don't just show up. I go there and I actually show up once I'm on the floor, or if I'm doing burn on demand in my hotel room or the hotel gym, I'm going to show up there the same way I would show up in camp, like to the best of my ability, give myself 100% effort. That's all you could ask for is consistency and effort. And along the way, make sure that you're waking up and your attitude as you approach each one of those individual days that create the streaks, that create the Keep Moving Club inside of the Burn Bootcamp world. Make sure you attack every single day with an amazing attitude. And so we sat around, I believe it was Henderson West. Shout out to Ronaldo and Latanya, LT Win out there. They brought 2 Burn Boot Camps back to LT's hometown, and that was the last visit that we had in Vegas. And I got a chance to really talk with our trainers and a couple of our members. Shout out to Amy and Tasha from the Centennial Gym, just about what it means to be consistent and what it means to hold this responsibility in your life and what it means to really have fitness be an anchor to everything that you do. And, it completely changed Amy's life. Amy was telling me that once she found burn is the moment that she didn't know it, but it was the catalyst to her rediscovering herself. And she realized that through hard workouts, through anchoring those hard workouts in her day, that she can do anything, right? She can do all the hard things. And in fact, all the things life throws at you, right? From like a real life perspective, we all go through those things weekly, monthly, annually. We're much better able to handle the mental strain, right? The resilience that we have mentally because we are practicing resilience every day. We're being resilient. We're putting an obstacle in front of us called a workout, and where we'll demand more out of ourselves than we normally do or than anything else demands out of us, and then we will level up our standard for the difficult things that we can handle in our life. So that's the Keep Moving Club. That's my goal. That's why I'm shooting for 250 this year. But let me say that differently. I'm not shooting for it. I'm doing it. All right. I'm going to do it because I set a goal forward. And I know that as the leader of the organization, when I set a goal forward and I start getting after it, as soon as I hit those milestones, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, I'm going to share those out with you guys. And, I know that my actions speak much louder than words on a podcast. So make sure you follow me on Instagram if you want to connect deeper. I'm just here to really be with you guys on the journey, right? I want to, give you as much resource as I can to help you on this rather difficult journey that we call health and fitness. And if you believe what I believe, then you believe your health and your fitness and the way you feel, the congruence that you have mentally and emotionally, from your workouts gives you that foundation to live a successful life where you can overcome any challenges that come your way. So, speaking of resources, I wanted to point out that I did an episode in June of last year. It was episode 259 called Cracking the Code of Effective Goal Setting with me. All right, and I think that can help you elaborate on what I've shared today. And so just another resource for you. If your drive is not over yet or your walk is not over yet and you want to pop to another podcast here on the Burn Bootcamp podcast, make sure that you go to episode 259. And then also check out the DK show, the Devan Kline show. It's my podcast. I have a lot to say. The Burn Bootcamp podcast is so amazing. I listen to every episode with Trish and Matt and our amazing guests. But they're like, DK, I know you got a lot to say. You can't do it all here on the Burn Bootcamp podcast. And so that is my outlet to go deeper into other areas of life with you, into emotional well-being that we cover a lot of that here too, a lot of mental well-being here too, but really into spirit, into relationships, into time, into work, into money, and those types of things that obviously all are a part of each and every day of our lives. Check it out. Thanks for being here in the Burn Bootcamp podcast, everybody. We'll see you next time. 2 claps on 2. 1, 2.